Hey everybody, how's it going? It's a new day and it's a new season in Real Racing 3 Season 5. A new round 1. And for the first special event, we got a race day event featuring McLaren Artura GT4 from the production year 2022. So it's a race day event. So as per usual, there's a required PR, which is 66.9, which you can get there by spending some 460 gold and about 2.5 million motorsport dollars. Of course, as you can see, you get 60 of those 460 gold back. So net cost is 400 gold. And motorsport dollars, yeah, you're not getting that much back. So at most, let's say you max out 250,000 daily cap at some point towards the later part of the series. That still you're going to be spending close to 2 million motorsport dollars. But the car is worth 2.5 million motorsport dollars, which you of course get to win. And 6,500 victory points gotta get you some gold, if not gold and motorsport dollars. And definitely there's going to be racing dollars from victory points that you will earn if you need it. Anyway, so yeah, 5 days. So it translates to 5 stages. 4 goals each stage, except for the final stage, which has 5 goals. That's pretty typical. So, yeah, let's, as they say, conquer the tracks in the new McLaren Artura GT4. All right, so you have to complete the event to win the car. Of course, what's new? Looks like we are in Austin, Texas, at the Circuit of the Americas for debut day, the stage 1. All right, glad you're here. Got some incredible news. McLaren wants a new driver for their new car for the GT4 Championship. By the way, this car is featured in a new GT4 series called Race for Glory. And the series is a 3-car series. So this car get to race. Nissan Z GT4 is another car in the series, which are the 2 cars. This one, McLaren, and Nissan are the 2 cars that can 100% complete that motorsport series or season. There's also a Beamer in the group, M4 GT4, but that car PR does not go high enough to 100% complete that series. So, and it is actually cheaper to win with this car unless you have your Nissan already fully maxed out, because that's what you're going to need to do in order to 100% complete that motorsport series, Race for Glory. And the cars, this one is featured in, there is a new exclusive series as well. But in terms of cost of entry, it's near 1,200 gold, 1,185 gold to max out this car. And then the exclusive series will pay out 100 gold back. So as per usual, yeah, don't expect to come out with more currency than what you already have if you're planning on going for those exclusive series. They're expensive. They should change it to expensive series. At the beginning, they weren't always that way, but yeah, pretty much we get about, I feel like this one's even less than 10%. But that's about what you can expect nowadays. You get under 10% return in your investment. Let's put it that way. So if you, in the past, it's like if you spend 1,000 gold to max out a car, yeah, your exclusive reward is about 100 gold, right? So you get like 10% of it back. And not even that here, but that's a story for another time. So let's get back to the event here. So new Artura GT4, and you're going to be behind the wheel. Right. made some adjustment to get you started. This is a great opportunity for you to prove yourself, earn a spot in our team for the championship. All right, to start off, stage 1, there's no PR requirement. So even if you don't plan on upgrading or spending any currency in the game, you can still run through stage 1 and pick up a few gold and some motorsport dollars, and also get a chance to take a new car out for a spin. All right, so complete a full lap of the circuit to get a feel for the car's handling and performance. Right, so let's, yes, 3-hour instant service and instant upgrades available, base PR 52, top speed 330 kph, acceleration of 2.9 seconds, braking distance 30.5 meters, and the grip of 1.35. McLaren's, just as a manufacturer, each manufacturer I feel like has a certain driving characteristics in the game. Like, for example, Beamers generally tend to be grippier. And let's say Lambos are generally more acceleration oriented. They're usually the sprinters, right, with lower grip. McLaren falls somewhere in the middle, but a little bit more towards the Lambo side. So they're sprinter, but not quite as insane as Lambos. But not certainly when it comes down to grip side, it's no Beamer either. So that's what I'm expecting out of this guy as well. Porsche, I always kind of think of Porsche as being sort of like standard bearer in this game because we have so many of them, 911s, right? So they are pretty well balanced. It's like 911, think RSRs, right? They got really good balance, good acceleration, reasonable top speed, right? You know, so very predictable handling, right? So McLaren a little bit on the speedster side, so a little bit more, you know, tail happy it can get. So that's what I'm expecting here. However, whatever the number suggests. So without further ado, let's take it out for a spin. Check out how this car handles the track. All right. Yeah, and then there are some other brands. Nissan, yeah, they're definitely a speedster. Yes, especially considering the GTR in the game is one of the cars that is punches way above its class. Like, there are a couple of cars that are like that. Porsche 918 Spider is one of them, and Nissan GTR even more so. So let's see if we can get the little tail happy here. Alright, so pretty straightforward affair. It's actually, I guess it's a race car, so that might change the behavior, because this feels a lot grippier than, let's say, their road car version of Artura. So check out the tarmac view, or a bumper view, excuse me. And then the hood view. And cockpit view. Let's see how it handles the sort of the final sector of the circuit. Let's head back out to the chase view. Yeah, as a GT4 class race car, it definitely handles corners much better than your road car, road legal version of Artura. So there we go. Victory number 1 out of 21 that we're gonna need, or goal completion, because sometimes goal may require you to not win the race, right? All right, and in the grid, I know we had the Nissan Z GT4, Porsche 718 Cayman GT4 RS, and Chevy Camaro GT4R. Yes. In the original GT4 Motorsports series in the game, I think the Camaro was the highest PR one, just because it had the highest grip. All right. Takes out 5 service bars for a lap. And yes, for now, we'll run stock, see how far we can go. Goal 1 complete. All right, on to goal 2. Show off your driving skills by maintaining an average speed of 95 miles per hour or 152.8 kph throughout your lap. All right, so it's an average speed challenge. Target of 153-ish. Oh, that's a big grid, isn't it? That's like a NASCAR size grid. I like it. Hopefully I can run through this without too much traffic jam, if they're spread out. But it is fun to see more cars on the track, especially when we got variety. Like there's a Cayman, and who are you? That looks like another Cayman. And that's a Aston Martin Vantage GT4, and there's your Nissan Z GT4, and another one, and another Cayman. All right. Oh yeah, nice handling of that corner. Possibly one of the most important corners in the entire track, because it leads us into this longest straight. So if you mess it up, yeah, you're spending the rest of the straight trying to catch up. And maybe a little soft on the brakes, because I keep missing that end of the longest straight. Alright. Aston Martin's fun car as well. But unfortunately, this is going to be the only instance, or this event is the only time that we actually get to race against them. Since as I mentioned earlier, the series that Motorsports series this car's featured in does not include those other cars. We only get Beamer, which we haven't seen yet, and Nissan. Nissan we've seen already in this as our competitor, right? All right, so 2 laps, about a little bit over 20,000 Motorsport dollars earned so far. Yeah. Oh, there. Oh, I guess we didn't start at the end of the grid, but okay, there was a Beamer in the grid. They were behind us. There were Audis, Mercedes. The full GT4 squad is out on the circuit. That's nice. Yeah, I guess when we have a grid that was a very large grid. So fair enough. 2 goals down. head on over to goal 3 of stage 1. Time to push to the limit. Complete a lap under 2 minutes to impress the team. 2 minutes in GT4. Yeah, should be doable. And starting off with the less than ideal entry with the skid. And that wasn't even in our control. I guess I don't expect this is going to be too difficult, but if anyone encounters issue with that, you can always turn back instead of starting the lap with the less than ideal entry. You can always turn back to because the clock obviously doesn't start until you start the official lap by crossing that lap line, right? The finish line. So if you want to have a better entry, you can always turn around, get a better jump start on the lap. And let's see. Still got a minute 5 seconds left at this point. And we're past the halfway point. Alright, so a little bit earlier braking. Brake early, brake often. And there we go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to just make an adjustment to brake a little bit earlier. That is what I'm thinking. Because the grip isn't particularly bad. It's just that it seems to take a while to slow this car down. Especially when you have reached the top speed, or like when you're at the end of the longest straight where you have built up quite a bit of speed. Yeah, braking seems to, because it's relatively grippy, it gives me an impression that I could like brake later, but the brake does feel a little soft. So it's gotta have its weakness, right? Was that like 30 meters? Yeah, that's a little bit on the longer end of braking distance spectrum, isn't it? All right, still in good service condition. As we wrap up goal 3, heading on over to the final goal of stage 1. Finish in at least 15th position to secure a spot in the next round. Well, it's like a sprint race. All right. That looks like it's going to be a large grid. And we're starting at the tail end. And we have an out lap and a lap. So 1.5 lap. And we're starting in the 24th place. So we got 9 cars to overtake. And let's find out how far we can climb. There's the Beamer. And I totally missed the braking point. And for that, that's what I mean. Yeah, I need to brake earlier. Yeah, 30.5 meters for braking is pretty long. It's like those supercar class cars. That's Audi. I think that was Audi. What was it? Aston Martin. And that's a Camaro. Chevy, that is. Up to 18. Yeah, that's Audi. P17. So 15th place isn't going to be that difficult. But there's a Mercedes. Another Sprinter. Porsche. 15th achieved. I would like to rank higher, simply for the, really mainly for the Motorsport dollar payout. Although it may just be that Motorsport dollar payout, if I rank higher, may push this event into 2-day event instead of 1-day event. And I did not start this event like planning that I'm gonna split this into 2 days. So we shall see. Because I mean, so far I completed 3 laps, right? In like about, with the earnings up 30,000 and change, right? Motorsport dollars. And this one, we're not going to be anywhere near the top of the grid. You know, maybe 9th place here. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be 9th place. So the payout for this lap is going to be pretty dismal. Let's find out how dismal. Even though it was one of the longer race, right? Since it's more like a lap and a half. Okay, 7,550. That's not too bad. At least that's gonna round it off to about like 40,000, just under, right? Motorsport dollars for stage 1 earnings. And the usual suspects in the top of the grid. In fact, the entire grid, right? The GT4s. Bring out all the GT4s in the game. All right. Get the car service done. And yes, so stage 1, no PR required, or there's no PR requirement. So you can run those 4 goals for free. In fact, you get some rewards for your effort, which include 750 victory points, 5 gold, and 10,000 motorsport dollars. So let's go ahead and collect the first 750 victory points for the season and for the round, for whopping 40,000 racing dollars. All right, a necessary step. And 10,000 motorsport dollars. There we go. Great start for the championship. Completed your first race at Kota, finishing top 15th place. You've gained valuable experience and are ready to move on to the next stage. Speaking of next stage, coming up next in the next video. So stay tuned. I will catch you guys there.